2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Porter is out there with Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Murray. And it's Jokic in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Porter.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's the Clippers. Yes, that goes in.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
Murray against George. Murray surveying the D. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Now Rondo on the wing, Batum. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside for George. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Porter, bounce pass. Back to Gordon. Barton outside. Here's Jokic. Second shot opportunity. Got a hand on it. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Leonard.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Murray the pass to Gordon. The kick out to Barton. Murray outside. No good on the 3.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Rondo's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now, here's Jokic. Murray dishes to Gordon. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 6 points.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Murray the pass to Gordon. Barton outside. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact, and If you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Here's George. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Paul Millsap, not the biggest, but he can get up and down.
Outside Jackson. Pass to man. It's deflected. Here's Jackson. 6 to shoot. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Campazzo.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to affect the shot.
It's all earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
They've got Jackson. Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 2. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
With good size for a 2-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
Passes it to Millsap. Now here is McGee. Patterson defending. Clark, the pass to McGee. And the layup falls. McGee's got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Knocks it loose. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
On defense, Denver. They lead by 4. And up the floor again for the Nuggets, running the court. And the shot is good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Man passes to Patterson. Here's Jackson. And he banks in the layup.
The aggressiveness of Jackson, able to drive and convert against tight defense.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Clark outside. Campazzo laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Morris outside. The pass to Patterson. Poked away. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from George.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
George against Murray. Over George. To the middle, stolen by Jackson. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. And now just a 2-point Nugget lead.
I love the confidence he's shooting with. Big improvement here in the second period.
Here's Jackson. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Because of George's strong defensive instincts, he's able to consistently disrupt opponents.
Barton finds Murray. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Rondo against Murray. Outside for George. From deep three-point range, Green with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And here are the Clippers now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. George looking over the floor. Rebound by the Nuggets. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Leonard with the steal. And here we go again. The Clippers on the break. Zubac's no good. The Nuggets have gotten all but 1 of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Porter passes to Murray. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Barton against George. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Zubac's no good. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. And...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Porter. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Porter. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
You got to feel comfortable when Murray is working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all are next level.
Now here is George. He has 6.
And they continue to control the glass.
Gordon kicks to Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. Murray, no good. Clippers trail by 6.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Now here's Gordon. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession. Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And that one's good. Millsap. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Now Millsap. After the missed 3 from Reggie Jackson. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, you need to start somewhere. After 4 straight misses this half, let's see if this gets them going.
Pass to McGee. Campazzo. Gordon trying to break loose. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by McGee.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And the basket by Gordon.
And you see the vision from Paul Millsap. That's another area that he provides for his teams.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
McGee with the block.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
In the corner, it's Gordon. McGee, the pass to Gordon. Back to McGee, to the inside. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by McGee. Millsap's got the lead up to 13 now for Denver. Right side, Rondo. From down in the low post, it goes. Rondo's got his second basket of the night. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Here's Patterson. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Morris kicks to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Pass to Green. The Nuggets moving the ball around, and the shot goes in. Millsap's got 8.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to Patterson. Millsap with the double team. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Paul Millsap with the rebound. And here's Denver. They're on a 15-4 run. And Green now, top of the key. 36 seconds left in the third. Murray, no good.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
To the paint. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact, now going to the line to try and add one more.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Reggie Jackson. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Banked in off the glass. 10 points for him.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Los Angeles with another miss. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Nuggets ahead as they wrap up the 3rd quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Patrick Patterson. Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Mann in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Green dishes to Gordon. No good. Shot missing. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Wide open look here for Murray. Off target with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Mann can't hit.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Gordon kicks to Porter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And the ceiling so high
For Porter, a versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Gordon. And Porter drops them both. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Outside, George. The 3. Trains the 3-pointer.
When we talk about George's confidence, when you have that kind of range, you should be confident.
Murray outside. Barton passes to Jokic. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Outside, George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
Murray against George. Murray dishes to Porter. They kick it out to Green. Murray outside. Barton outside. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Porter. Leonard with the steal. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. Chalk up 2 there.
Rondo is a pro in transition. He can flat out get it done.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Now, here's Jokic. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Barton finds Murray. From past the arc. And no good that time. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
They're so close now, they've got to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
Martin with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Here's Jokic, and the rejection by Zubac. And Batum kicks to Rondo. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Outside, Green. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Murray, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Nuggets.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
From deep. Kept alive. Porter dishes to Green. It's Barton on the wing. Off target from outside. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on a comeback.
There's the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. Jokic, no good. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, thank you, David, great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident than they do right now. Before
Kevin, thanks.
he stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, and really, Batum is so fast driving inside. The D is in a tough spot when he's going strong to the basket.
Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And sometimes McCollum is automatic from there. You can't give him this shot if you're the D.
Here's Batum. Portland grabs the miss.
A golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
McCollum, no good. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Lillard finds McCollum. Again, McCollum missing. McCollum's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Rondo passes to George. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Well, look, if you're out there with Rondo, you find some open space, and he's going to find you.
McCollum against Rondo. Kicks it out to McCollum. Looking for George. He gets it there. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland no good that time either.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
The shot by George, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Batum with the ball. Lillard picks him up. They get it back. Outside for George. Launches a 3. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Now, here's Lillard. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. And the layup's good off the glass.
The consistency of Lillard with his consistent probing on the defense, he's become Mr. Reliable at a very young age.
George, no good.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
The shot by Powell, no good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Leonard with no one around. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Powell dishes to Nurkic. Powell against George. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
And busting it up the floor. Lillard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now here's McCollum. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Giles comes in for Robert Covington. Anthony's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Jackson from long range. And it's Portland with the rebound. 34 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now here's McCollum. Defense right on him.
Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Here's Patterson. Clippers moving the ball around. Morris kicks to Jackson. Morris passes to Jackson. Back to Morris. The 19-foot shot stolen by Cantor. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And a wide open look for McCollum. Misses off the left eye. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but
When I'm training in the summer.
the team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
Well, looking at this quarter, they should be. Another quarter like this, and they'll be riding high at halftime.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Giles. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Here's Mann after Enes Kanter's basket. Jackson from long range. The rebound by Giles. Portland leading by 3. Jones the pass to Giles. Jones looking for an opening. And here's Anthony from the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. The drive by Jackson. He gets it in there.
Now, whenever Jackson is driving, if he is nervous, he is just brilliant at completing his drive to the rack.
For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Kanter. Here's Simons. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Outside, Jones. Here is Lillard. Fires for 3. They get it again. Kanter. Lillard outside. And there's the pass to Kanter. Back to Lillard. Shoots over Patterson. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. The Clippers trail. Morris, left side. Inside. And there it is for him.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Now here's Jones. Goes up with it. It's Jones on the way. Another shot. Pass to Simons. Lillard from outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 5 now.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backline.
Here's Jackson down low. Here's Patterson. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Patterson's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Morris against Lillard. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
George, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. Paul George grabs the miss.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight.
That one falls. 8 points for him.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 5. To the paint. Poked loose. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And the rejection by Zubac. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Portland again missing. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. George with the ball. Now Covington defending. Zubac, that's good.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint. And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to get the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. No good from outside. And some good action to the Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above. And that.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Atuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Rondo in at the point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Simons, still looking for his first bucket in this one. He wants to get it to Nurkic, and does. It's Powell on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Nurkic. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Nurkic has got 6 points.
And the touch Nurkic has inside. I mean, I love seeing him be aggressive and look to get his shot from there.
High post, Zubac. Back to George. That one drops for him. George has got the lead back up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Cullen passes to Simons. He dishes it to Nurkic. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And Portland with a change here, too. Lillard's checked in. Los Angeles with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Puts it up from 12. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Morris. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lillard outside. From deep three-point range. Portland again missing. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Jackson. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 4 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Good.
Cantor is a single-minded scorer. Doesn't like to be denied when he's got position, even dealing with a lot of contact.
The Clippers in the lead. Jackson in the corner. To the middle. Now Patterson. Morris passes to Leonard. Nice form on the 20-footer. Leonard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
An elite scorer in today's game. Leonard is consistent at staying aggressive on the offensive end.
Here's Simons. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
George is checked in for the Clippers. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. The shot's good from Cantor.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pass to Morris. On the wing, George. Back to Morris. And foul on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Jackson following the score by Damian Lillard. Coffee passes to Oturu. Pulls from the top of the key, and that one goes long.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. He's trying to force something that's rarely a good idea.
Now, here's Cantor, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. You got to play heads up out there.
Kennard against Jones. Now here's Jackson. Passes to Oturu. Back to Batum. And the miss. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers ahead. 3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And here are the Trailblazers now, trailing by 2. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, they've got Enes Kanter. Giles is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1. That ties the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
On the wing, Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to George. Outside for Jackson. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does. Shot clock at 6. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
It's stolen by Rondo. Now the Clippers moving it up. And it's George finishing it off.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
So it's Portland now, after the basket by Los Angeles. 6 to shoot. To the right side. Here's Simons. Off target from 3-point range.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Jackson passes to Zubac. To the left side wing. Rondo kicks to Jackson. Jones against George. That's his 6th miss and 12 field goal attempts. Trailblazers trail by 4, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
Rondo looking around. It's George on the wing, covered by Lillard. George with the bucket.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Now, here's Nurkic, and he makes that one.
Oh, this is what you want from Nurkic, a fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Clippers leading by 3. Powell with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Nurkic trying to get open. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Nurkic.
But Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
The pass to George. Puts it up from 12. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Inside. Here's Nurkic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And George kicks to Zubac. Batum passes to George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 5-point Clipper lead.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now here's Lillard. 1:03 left to play here in the fourth.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Batum passes to Zubac. George against Lillard. Back to Zubac. Kicks to George. Clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Batum, they get it back. Pass to Leonard. Lillard against George. Shoots over Lillard. Zubac the pass to George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Leonard, that's for 2. Rebound by the Trailblazers. McCollum fires from way outside. Gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming through the tunnel with a lot of style and confidence. You're looking... And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, Rajon Rondo is out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 side.
Boy, he's so dangerous in these situations. Doncic just has a good sense for what he needs to do based on the situation.
Outside, George. Second chance shot. Porzingis with the block. And he recovers it. Batum wide open. He fires. The offensive rebound. Zubac. Batum passes to Leonard. And here's George for 3. And no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket. And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed the full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back. Boy, you look at Porzingis, and for a bigger guy, he's really agile, which I think puts defenders in difficult spots when they're trying to guard him. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Up again, and it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Dallas has come out of the gates quickly. Here's Doncic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Yep, that one goes.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Richardson outside. It's Richardson on the wing. A 3-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0-4 from 3-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Richardson against Zubac. The Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, I still think Rondo is a great role player in the league. He knows he's out there to distribute the ball and provide leadership on the floor, and he does both really well.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, he's known for his finesse game, guys, but Porzingis showing you there. He's got some power to his game, too.
Back to Leonard, and stolen by Richardson. Porzingis with the ball, guarded now by Jackson. Runs in the pass to Porzingis. Powell inside. Jackson on him. Pass to Brunson. Back to Hardaway. It's stolen by Rondo. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Fast hands that time. Earned Rondo the steal. Can't forget, he's been a league leader in that statistic before, too.
Lets the three fly. Pass to Brunson. Richardson with it. He's covered by Rondo. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Patterson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Leonard finds Rondo. High post try. Leonard, no luck.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Richardson, no luck. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Lets it go with a 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
The deep three from Redick. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's down. Heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. Right back after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. J.J. Redick is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center position. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Jackson against Doncic. The feed to Cauley Stein. Out to Doncic. Off target with his 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Porzingis passes to Cauley Stein. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
To the inside, Cauley Stein finds Doncic. Does not find the target. That makes him 3 for 5. Batum with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Again, Batum missing.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Redick with the bucket.
After having none in the first, He gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Clippers trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night, and the first one drops. So both teams making some changes here. Both shots good from the stripe.
And where Finney Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Clippers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Batum is accustomed to getting pushed around a bit, so he's a tough guy who can embrace the contact.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And a deep 3 from George Leonard. It's good on the putback.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Brunson kicks to Kleba. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
And here's George for 3. Connects from 3-point range. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
A beautiful pass by Rondo. That's excellent teamwork.
Out left to the wing. Cauley Stein finds Brunson. Stolen by Zubac. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 3. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And they've got Rajon Rondo. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Right side, Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. Finished off the break. George has got 7.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
From deep, George. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And here they go. The pass to Finney Smith. Kicks it out to Richardson. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Down low. And it's Dallas with another.
High release for Porzingis on his jump shots. Almost impossible to defend that.
Rondo passes to Zubac. Over Porzingis. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Mavericks leading by 8. Back to Kleba. Porzingis is doubled. From deep. Kleba, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Puts one up from 19. But they recover it. Outside, Batum. Over Kleba. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Here's Finney Smith. Doncic outside. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, I like the way Porzingis uses his ample offensive tools to generate some big-time offense.
And a deep 3 from George. The long-distance 3 is buried. George has got 10 points in the game.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Richardson attacking. 1:39 left in the third. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard dishes to George. Clippers moving the ball around. A shot by Batum, no good.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
They grab their own miss. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up. That's why he's boarding it well.
And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Zubac. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Richardson against Rondo. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Over Rondo. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Clippers trail by 9. Ring shot on the way. And Nicholas Batum the bucket on the assist by Rondo.
Boy, you got to tip your hat to Batum. He's so good at fighting through the contact on the way up.
Doncic outside. Inside, Porzingis makes it off the glass. Porzingis has got 20 points.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
And they pick up 2.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. We've got Hardaway. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. And there's Porzingis. And it's Melly in at the power forward.
You know, Porzingis is a unique big man, no doubt about it. He's often compared to Dirk Nowitzki, somebody that can space the floor as well as hurt you with his athleticism. Actually, he's probably a tad more athletic than Dirk.
Man can hit.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
2 points. That one goes. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him, trying to shut the door on this one.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Out to Morris. The tray. Redick with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
From outside, off the mark.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Mavericks leading by 11. Brunson with it. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Patterson.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Redick with the three. It's good from long range. Redick's got the lead up to 14 now for Dallas.
And this is exactly how Redick makes his living. An incredible three-point shooter who shoots it quickly.
Man passes to Morris. Drops in the layup for two.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Redick surveying the D. Passes it to Hardaway. Redick with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Down by 12. Kicks it to Patterson. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Outside, Redick. Redick can't get that one to fall. The Clippers running out of time. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Morris for three. Porzingis with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Now Brunson. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Brunson. This one for three. Dallas again missing. The Clippers shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Mavericks.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Porzingis.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Pass to Hardaway. Here's Melly. They get the rebound. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Mavericks with possession here. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They came in. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. The mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, the site for the Clippers. Winning multiple finals MVPs and aiming for another in the near future. Kawhi Leonard and his team have their sights set on one outcome as they... Welcome, everyone. Thanks for looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Batum's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for the Nuggets, Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 4 spot. Clock at 2.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Think about the 40th pick back in 2012. Will Barton languished on the bench in Portland for his first 2 seasons, actually 2.5. And then that trade to Denver, boy, that jump-started everything.
Murray dishes to Gordon. Lays it up off the glass.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Pass to George. And the foul on Will Barton. That is his first foul of the game. And with the Nuggets, Barton becoming an immediate contributor. And Brent, in recent seasons, their starter at the small forward.
Yeah, he's an interesting player. He's a slender and slightly built player, but excellent at getting out there and rebounding, a tremendous runner at the wing position to play in transition. And that wingspan certainly helps out on a lot of plays, both offensively and defensively.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Barton finds Porter. Back to Barton. Now the pass to Jokic. Yep, it counts.
The Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Here's the Clippers. Outside, George. On the wing, Batum. Passes it to George. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the basket by Gordon.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
Up top, Zubac. Outside, George. Puts up a 3. And the Clippers miss again.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Rondo passes to George. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Porter dishes to Barton. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul for the Clippers. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And Jokic throws it down.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
George passes to Jackson. George against Murray. And there's George. That's good on the assist from Jackson.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Jokic. Yes, that goes in. Jokic has got 6 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
George against Murray. Jackson dishes to Patterson. Here's George. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 9 points in the game so far.
His range goes out a lot further, but didn't need to on that possession.
Murray against George.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
No good. That would have tied it. The Nuggets leading by 3. Gordon kicks to Murray. Gordon the pass to Jokic, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Green comes in for Porter. Clippers trail by 3. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Releases from 15, and it's off the back rim. No good.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Gordon dishes to Green. And with the rebound. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's Morris. Count it.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
That will count. No good on the last second attempt there. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets ahead, up 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Kennard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's man in at the 2. Here's Murray. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, some good interior crucial points here as Murray's staying active in the paint.
And it's sent back by Millsap. They retain possession. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Patterson.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Murray. Offensive rebound. Millsap. That's tipped.
You need more of this from Patterson. Such a big frame inside. I like to see it when he's swatting it away.
But they get it back. Pass to man. From downtown. It's not going to go for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. To the middle. And stolen by Patterson. The 3 from Morris. Rebound by Murray. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Denver passing it around. Back to Gordon. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's a bad turnover right there. But aside from that one, I think they've done a good job controlling the pace and the ball during the game.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. Barton comes in for Murray. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. McGee with the block, and he's able to get it back. Outside for Batum. Out to the wing. Tries again. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Mann.
Now, you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him.
On the wing, Green. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Back to Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
A shot by Batum, no good. Inside. Great D that time from Batum.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Kennard's shot is off. The Nuggets leading by 3. McGee, the pass to Millsap. They kick it out to Green. Back to Millsap. Campazzo. Zubac defending. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Down low. Outside, Batum. No good on the shot. Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. There's the dish to McGee. Green taking his time here. Stolen by Zubac. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Rondo concentrating right there, focused. Even when you hit him, he can maintain that good balance.
This is to Millsap. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Back to Millsap. Goes back up. Knocked loose. The kick out to Barton. And now the Clippers on the break. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Back to McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
I think Paul Millsap's time both in Utah and in Atlanta in the systems of ball movement are helping out this offense now.
Pulls up. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. Looking at the second. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Murray, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter, and it's Barton in at the 2 spot.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Leonard on the wing from outside the arc. The shot, no good. And it's Denver the other way. Barton, wide open. He fires. Kept alive.
A little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass, not quitting on these possessions.
Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Barton against Leonard. Barton kicks to Gordon. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Batum over Gordon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac, and it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Outside for Murray. From about 19 feet, and again it's Denver.
Just a solid shot. Murray getting into the zone quickly from there.
Left side, Batum. Barton against George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Gordon kicks to Barton, and the pass to Jokic. Outside, Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Jokic passes to Gordon. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Gordon's got the lead up to 9 now for Denver.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle. And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game. Tries from 10. A shot by Batum, no good. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Left side, Porter. A second chance effort. Barton outside. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Tries yet again. Porter, no luck. Clippers trail by 6. Here's the break. From deep, George. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Gordon. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. On the wing, George. And stolen by Murray. Poked loose. And stolen by Patterson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Patterson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Gordon against Morris. Here's McGee. Nice shot from 10 feet out. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
The three from Morris. Patterson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Rebound by Murray. Murray's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Millsap finds McGee. Outside Gordon. Lays it up and banks it in. Gordon's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, they've got Ivica Zubac. Jackson is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the small forward. Murray kicks to Gordon. 5 on the clock. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot and one.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. The Nuggets leading by 5. Passes to Barton. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, Barton takes some tough shots. Used to making them. He did there.
The Clippers shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Jackson from long range sinks the three-pointer.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Barton. Millsap kicks to Green. Good. Nice job down low.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And Leonard has it in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Here's Murray. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Barton in the corner. Back to Murray. Jackson against Barton. To the inside. Green, just 4 to shoot. Morris with the rebound.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
And it's Rondo penetrating, and that one drops for him. Now just a 2-point Nugget lead.
Well, right now, Rondo just cutting through there with not much effort, and the speed took over.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Michael Porter in for Paul Millsap. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Jackson. George looking around. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Paul George does a great job changing speeds right there, and that's a huge part of his athleticism. Takes it strong to the cup and just daring a defender to come at him.
And George drops them both.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Jokic, high post. It counts, and the foul. It's on Rajon Rondo.
He's simply staying aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to shoot at the biggest moments.
Here's Rondo. Outside, George. A three ball. Buries it from three-point range.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Outside, Porter. Back to Murray. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Jokic passes to Gordon. And the rejection by Zubats. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats. .132 left in the fourth. Just 3 to shoot. Pass to Gordon. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. On the wing, but 2. Rondo dishes to George to tie it up. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. 1:06 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Gordon. Count it. Good.
Boy, they needed that one. And Gordon delivers. His productive habits really paying off there.
And here's George for 3. They grab their own miss. Second shot opportunity. No good on the layup. And Denver has possession. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Murray against Rondo. Murray, the pass to Gordon. And the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Martin inside the line. Rondo with some nice D. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out. And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's George in at the 2. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Powell in at the 3 slot. Fires from the line. George, no good.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Powell for 3. Here's Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
A nice shot by George.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
George against Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. No good on that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Nobody near Leonard. Off target from 3-point range.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
To the paint. In the corner, Powell with it. 6 to shoot. Covington against George.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
Back to Batum. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Pass to Rondo. High post, Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and that one's good. Leonard. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the 3-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that 3-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
The pass to Rondo. Over in the corner, Batum. Covington with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
George against Lillard. They get it back. Here's Zubats, and he banks in the layup. Zubats has got his second basket of the game.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic, and a wide open look for McCollum. Drills it from outside.
Potent with and without the ball, McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got 5 now.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
George way outside. Rebounded by Covington.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And that can... Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he...
I look to the times where...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Luke Kennard. Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's man in at the 2 spot. Clippers trail by 6. Here's the 3. Here's Patterson. In the corner, Kennard with it. Here's Mann. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Anthony left side. Pass to Giles. Another shot. Kicks it out to Jones. Goes up at the stripe. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Mr. Morris leaves no doubt.
Portland leading by 4. Outside Anthony. Passes it to Cannon. Shoots over Patterson. The shot's good from Cantor.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Out to the right wing. Down low, stolen by Cantor. Kicks it to Jones. Cantor in the corner. The pass to Simons. That shot, no good.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And it's good for 2. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Jones. Pass to Giles. It's stolen. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Back to Morris. Kennard finds Morris. Takes a 3. Kennard's shot is off. Portland leading by 4. Pass to Giles. From 10 feet out. Portland no good that time either. Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Jackson has the open look. The rebound by Giles. Jones looking for an opening, and Cantor throws it down.
Boy, once Cantor establishes position on the interior, forget about it.
Here's Mann. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 5th rebound in this one, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Lillard outside. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. And it's in there.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
George way outside. The quick look no good that time. Trailblazers leading by 8. Covington passes to McCollum. Dishes it to Nurkic. Releases. And he overshot that one, missing. And Los Angeles guys shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Drew the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
So make no mistake, Paul George is a physical guy. He will not shy away from contact on these moves.
That free throw good from George. And the second free throw good.
Well, to me, Paul George exemplifies what a leader should be. This guy does not look for his personal stats. He just wants to make the guys around him better.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Covington in the corner. Back to Lillard. He dishes it to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Covington. Just 5 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. "19 seconds left to play in the first half. Back to Rondo. On the wing, Batum. Passes it to George. Back to Rondo. And there's the pass to George. He got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to, and he doesn't get talked about that much, but Yusuf Nurkic, big part of, and that'll do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. Here's Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
The Trailblazers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Clippers trail by 4. And a deep 3 from George. That doesn't go either for George.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Powell dishes to Lillard. Stolen by George. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Rondo finds Leonard. Batum with the ball. On the wing, George. Covered by Lillard. George, no good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Here's Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Nurkic has got 6 points.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Powell against Leonard. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Nurkic. Back to Powell. Jacks up a three. And the Trailblazers another three.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Rondo kicks to Zubac. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
Hey, guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
And the Clippers miss again.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Batum with the steal. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Rondo. And McCollum with the block.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
It's McCollum on the wing. Feeds it to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Clock at 6. Fires the three. No good. And the Clippers will come the other way.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
Here's Nurkic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Paul George. And an intentional foul right there. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Portland with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Cantor, the pass to Giles. Kicks it out to Jones. Cantor inside. Anthony in the corner. Pass to Giles. And he jams it with authority.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Oturu, the pass to Jackson. Pass to Oturu, stolen by Cantor. Lobs it up for Anthony.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Jackson looking around. That one doesn't go. Excellent D there from Anthony.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Passes it to Simons. He kicks to Cantor. It's Carmelo Anthony on the way over Morris. And there's Cantor on the assist by Anthony. Cantor's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, We've got Kawhi Leonard. He's out there with Marcus Morris. Reggie Jackson out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's man in at the 2. Outside Jackson. On the wing, Morris. There's the pass to man. Stolen by McCollum. And it's Anthony with the jam. And the Trailblazers lead by 18.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Jackson misses. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. From deep three-point range, that shot misses. The Clippers shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least. And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard put in the time to become a big-time threat from range. That is beautiful.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Outside, Jones. It's stolen by Morris. At the elbow, it's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
To the inside. Here's Jones. Cantor trying to free himself up. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got his first points in this one. And Leonard has it in the corner. And Patterson kicks to Morris. Rebound by Anthony.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And they go to the intentional foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Giles is checked in, and Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Back to Anthony. Jones finds Anthony. Cantor trying to free himself up. Anthony's shot is off. Clippers trail by 15. Here's George. It doesn't go for him. Jones against Leonard. Giles the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons, and he makes the 8-footer.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. To the middle. Here's Giles. Kicks it out to Jones. Leonard with the steal.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball.
Outside, Jones. Back to Giles. Kicks it out to Jones. Offline with his 3.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his...
Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Pass to Cantor. Releases from 15. Shot from 16. The shot by Anthony, no good.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
From deep, George. Rebounded by Anthony. Portland leading by 13.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Trailblazers.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for C.J. McCollum.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Back to George. From deep. And Cantor pulls it down. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And it's George again missing. Here's Simons. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they... The sprawling metropolis of... And as...
Hey, Kevin, the map...
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the five for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. The shot by Kleba, wide open. Off target from outside. Leonard from deep three-point land. And a miss there on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Kleba. Back to Porzingis. The pass to Kleba. Dallas moving it around. 4 on the clock. Here's Doncic. That one doesn't drop. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
0 for 3 now in the early going. Just a little bit out of sync.
Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Porzingis trying to get free.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
The 3 from Leonard. Porzingis with the rebound.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Doncic, no good.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And that one's good, George.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Richardson against Rondo. Goes back up. And Porzingis with the lay-in.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Doncic passes to Kleba. And Porzingis, here we go. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And now the Clippers on the break. The 3 from Leonard knocks down the 3 ball.
And that's what he's looking for. After 3 straight misses, finally finds the mark.
Leonard against Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Redick with the 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Morris, no good. Mavericks trail by 5. Redick with the bucket.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
The 3 from Morris. Rebounded by Hardaway. Maverick shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Cauley Stein. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Man passes to Patterson. The shake. He doesn't hit that one. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Here's Powell. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Redick for three. The rebound by Patterson. On the wing, Jackson. Here's Mann. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
Dwight Powell is out there with Hardaway. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Brunson in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Morris, no good. Mavericks trailed by 5. Tipped away. Stolen by Jackson. Fast break. Here we go. Unloads from 9. Off the left rim and out. Mavericks shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Powell kicks to Redick. Hardaway dishes to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Brunson. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Brunson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein goes in. He nails it, and we're tied up.
This is just one of many areas where Redick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good, quality shots.
Morris, no good. Dallas with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Brunson finds Hardaway. To Brunson. Takes the 3. And it's J.J. Redick with the 3. Redick's got the lead up to 3 now for the Mavs. For Los Angeles, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Pass to Kennard. Back to Patterson. There's Jackson with the 3. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside Hardaway. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now it's a 5-point Dallas lead.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. From deep. The shot missing. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Redick with the 3. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
Whenever Redick skies up for a three-pointer, you just think it's going in. He is as efficient as they come.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Doncic finds Porzingis, makes it off the glass. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Porzingis passes to Burke to the wing right side. Pulls it up. Porzingis can't hit.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Paul George.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Doncic kicks to Burke. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does. That's another miss, number 4. He's 2 for 6 shooting. Passes to Zubac. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And here's George for 3. Not happening that time. His second miss in 5 shots. Pass to Finney-Smith. Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the Clippers miss again.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Fires the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Batum finds Kennard. Outside for George. And no good on the last second attempt this time. That'll do it for the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They did give up a couple baskets more. And that'll...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
So for the Clippers right now, Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively. Discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Here's George. It's hauled in by Richardson. Dallas leading by 10. Outside, Porzingis. Kleber, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Kleber. Dallas moving the ball around. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
George finds Zubac. Here's Rondo. George, that's a 2-pointer. Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Doncic outside. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. Launches it. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The shot by George, wide open. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. The shot by George, no good. Mavericks leading by 11. Richardson the pass to Kleber. And here's Porzingis. He dishes it to Richardson. Back to Porzingis. Richardson against Leonard. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Richardson. Porzingis has got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs. Batum finds Leonard for the three. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Kleba. To the wing on the left. Pass to Richardson. It's stolen by Rondo. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball. He gets that one. And 11 points for Paul George.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Richardson against Rondo. Here's Kleba. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And a deep three from George from beyond the arc and then some. George has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Clippers. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Doncic. Out to Morris. From the arc. They get the rebound.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
It's picked off. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Redick. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Richardson outside. He kicks to Redick. Back to Richardson. And that one released in time, but no good.
I like when Kennard hustles on D. He's capable of...
And so it's Dallas, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got J.J. Redick. Dwight Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. The shot by Redick, no good. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Mann. Powell pulls it in.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Brunson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
A different look for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleba comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. Morris finds Rondo. 3-pointer. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Passes it to Brunson. Dallas, no good that time either.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Morris passes to Patterson. And he's good on the 3-ball. Patterson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Dallas leading by 6. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Runs in the pass to Porzingis. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now Rondo. Outside Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Leonard inside. Guarded by Hardaway. And that one's good. Leonard.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Thompson with it to the middle. And here's Leonard. And now the Clippers on the break. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Porzingis.
Addison welcomes contact inside. He's looking to get to the line down there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Reggie Jackson. Mavericks leading by 4. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Patterson. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley Stein. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Finney-Smith kicks to Redick. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Redick. Doncic against Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. Doncic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
George way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. George has got 11 points here in just the second half. Doncic outside. The pass to Porzingis. Misses off the right iron. Clippers trail by 5. One-on-one fast break. From deep, George. No good, and he's missed half of his 14 field goal attempts. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Outside, Redick. There's the triple. Good on the triple.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. Outside, George. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Dallas. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. The deep three from Redick. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Redick for 3. Redick can't get that one to fall.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Doncic looking it over. The 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
It's clear that Doncic has the touch from 3-point land. Now he just needs the consistency.
George with the bucket.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Stolen by George. From deep 3-point range. Doesn't go that time. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Now.